From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store, as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's May. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now Mendoza. Throwing to start the drive. He dumps this one off here to Hall. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier in the season, with the Jets winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series. 2nd and 6. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more, as they again stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw on 3rd down. Mendoza, flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
York able to send this one through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's May. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. The Patriots at 4-3, a game over 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On the tackle, it was Dane Belton. Well, this defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Well, you talk about this Jets defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the gun on third down is May. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now May on first down. Being chased out left. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They'll start on the ground. Hall, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And this is going to be intercepted. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to elite.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Reggie Gilliam with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Pats are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. maybe they'll do that.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And it didn't take long for Hall to remind everyone just how special a player he is. He totaled nearly 1,600 yards from scrimmage a season ago, and he appears to be picking up right where he left off as he moves the chains for this offense.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Mendoza off the play fake. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have regained the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
On 1st and 10, it's May. Short pass caught by Henry. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Come on, QB, come on. He's coming. We got double up.
On play action, May. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Romeo Doubs, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Mendoza now throwing on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run with Hall. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Hall again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Mendoza eluding the press. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. They'll throw with May. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Out, 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 out. Kill.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. And he's got his big tight end here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
From the gun, it's May. He finds Douglas complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw, it's May. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Henderson will try and run for the first. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Reggie Gilliam with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Patriots answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd and 5. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Let's get it together.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They run once more with Henderson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Henderson running straight ahead. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Singleton. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
This is 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Back to throw. Flushed out right.
Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Tackles.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going for it all. That is caught by Mitchell. He's got a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards.
And the Jets have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Here's 2nd down.
A give for Henderson running to the right. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
They'll look to throw.
And that's complete to Brown. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Oh, no timeout. So not got time to get up and spike it.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's 1st and 10.
Off play action. Mendoza flushed out right. Thomas brings it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now a first throw here in overtime. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. They'll give to Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Mendoza. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Down the left sideline, and he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Off play action. Mendoza. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake. Mendoza. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
York able to send this one through.
And they have regained the lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
So only a field goal on that opening drive of overtime. Will that hold up? We'll find out as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trey Brown.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
So it's a win here for the